Probably gonna have to edit this down if we put it on the channel. 30 seconds of me not talking, that's a lot. James is in the chat. You're in here and I don't even see that you're in here. That's insane. James, did you watch the whole video of Adam Marcus? You checked that whole thing out? Nice. What'd you think? Loved every man. He's such an easy guy to talk to. Talked to him forever. We got to the 3-hour point. And I was like, man, we gotta probably gotta wrap this up pretty soon. I gotta go to the bathroom. Let's go. You can talk to him forever, like literally forever. Nicole Webb, hello. So hey, check this out, James. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Here is the Slash Tracks Network merch. Here is the mug. This is available on Teespring. It's the shop is linked to our channel, so you can find it on any of the stuff that we have going on. Slash Tracks mug. You can drink your tea, all the tea that we spill on the podcast and stuff. I'll replace my Jason mug for a while. Oh yeah, you should get a mug. I need to get a mug. I need to get some stickers and some other stuff. I need to have some more stuff for sure. Still gonna do some different designs and stuff. Just finished watching, or didn't watch. I saw little pieces of it. The Thunder are the NBA champions. Kind of a weird situation though, because Halliburton for the Pacers got hurt and early in the game, so the Thunder won, but maybe a little bit of a hollow victory. People are going to kind of be thinking like an asterisk situation almost, but the Thunder won the championship fair and square. Injuries happen in sports, and just a little weird though. If the Pacers were healthy, it kind of makes me wonder what would have happened, because it was still a pretty close game. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing all right? This is just kind of like a Sunday night check-in. We're going to kind of talk about what we're going to do for the week. Van Halen from Sabretooth the Rock and Roll Board. What's up, man? Oh, Van Halen from Sabretooth the Rock and Roll Band. What's going on, Freddie? How we doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Big fan. Freddie, what are your favorite things we do on the channel, man? I gotta vet you. I gotta check you out, man. We gotta see what's going on. James says I watched the Ninja Turtles Michael Bay movie earlier. It's okay. The championship looks basketball. Freddie, James says, what's up? All right, so this week, Josh and I were supposed to do Power Rangers movie review. We were supposed to do it yesterday, but I ended up having to work a lot more at my day job than I was planning. So we're going to record that Wednesday, and then we're going to probably work on something else. So we're probably going to do 1 or 2 things this week, and then probably some more lives. We're going to have Drew on the channel again. Josh and I may go live together this week. Lots of shorts, lots of irons in the fire, man. So we got a lot of stuff going on. What else is going on? Live action. Yes, I am live. And I am doing some action. Not any action moves, though. This is more of like a sit-down podcast right now. We're not doing any stand-up. Did a little cleaning. Did a little cleaning in the toy room. Organized quite a bit. Let's take a little stroll, shall we? I'll show you what I got done. Let's just kind of do this for fun. All right, hold on. We're going to do a little stroll ski around the toy room here. Got some big changes. Updates. All right. So here's the wall of He-Man. Got that going, right? We've seen that before. Pretty cool. Got the old school He-Man lunchbox, which I love. Okay, here we go. Got all the normal stuff. Trying to fill the space between the walls, but it's hard because Castle Grayskull's right against the frickin' wall. Yeah, we got some Power Rangers. I'll definitely be showing that. Okay, we got some more stuff here. We got my Boo Buckets. White Ranger, there's my boy. Optimus Prime. I don't know if you guys have seen this one yet. There's Optimus Prime. He-Man. This is not complete. This is just a shelf holder, but we've got some stuff. Cobra Commander, Once a Man figure. That one is from the movie. That is a hard one to get. You got some Turtles, got He-Man, got cased figures. There's an old school Hiss. What else do we got? Movie pack right there. More stuff. Snake Mountain retro next to the brand new Snake Mountain. But here's what happened, guys. Check this out. I worked on this the last 2 days, so you could barely move in here, but check it out. We got all the space next to the door. We've got 3 things we need to open. I've got the Technodrome, Castle Grayskull, Snake Mountain. And then look at all this room. Check out all this room. We're no longer hoarder status, guys. We're moving on up. The wall of power, James says. All right, this thing is the Battle Bunker. It was like one of the 91, 92 G.I. Joe vehicle, and it's not really a popular vehicle, but I have great memories of it, so I had to have it. Here's one of the most impractical G.I. Joe vehicles of all time. Guess you get in the middle of that and just roll around. Hopefully you don't go over ass over tea kettle. Okay, so here's the cases. Got the 3 Thundercat OG Thundercats I have together. You got Turtles. You got more wrestling. You got the actual OG pizza thrower with some vintage turds. Okay, did some more cleaning. You can see the floor. You can see the floor everywhere. More wrestlers, Ghostbusters. There's Daniel-san for all you Cobra Kai fans. Here's some more stuff. Did a little more organization. Okay, check it out. Got the old school actual Nintendo hooked up. I got some Superpower stuff. Go around here. I just stepped on some bubble wrap. All right, Turtles. There's my boy Garfield. You got the Muppet Babies. I boxed a bunch of toys up that I'm not going to be like displaying or whatever. So we got to get a storage unit because I got way too much. Vintage Turtles. Here's some more stuff. We got to get this area cleaned up on the floor here in the closet. Back up. G.I. Joe Classifieds. That's the first ever Deadpool, guys. That's the Toy Biz first ever Deadpool. Pretty cool. OG Ghostbusters. You got the lame Skeletor from the revival they did. Got some VHS. Anybody in the chat into VHS stuff? Because I love VHS. If you guys find any sealed VHS stuff ever, hold on to that. Try to get it graded. Might make some money. All right, hold on. We're putting it back on the stand here. All right. Okay. So that's the toy room. We got some definite cleaning done. So we got some serious stuff done. Nicole Webb says, yeah, it looks amazing. Oh, yeah, it's awesome. You can walk in here. You even did it yourself. So who's excited for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie review? I know I am. It's going to be more phenomenal. How's everybody's week going? Let's just do a little check-in here. James, James says he's excited. Don't have any channel members yet. Anybody going to join the channel? We got to get some members going so we can do some special content. Josh and I are thinking about making some of the old videos members only videos. So there's a little bit of enticerooski to do it. So maybe we might do that. What's everybody doing this week? What's going on? This might be real short and sweet. Just a little check-in. All right. I think we're going to wrap it up. But yeah, Power Rangers, hanging out. James, are you working right now or what's going on? Did you take the deal that they offered? Okay. So anyway, we got Power Rangers movie review this week. We've got some other stuff going on. Got the Bo Jesse interview coming up from Point Break. We're going to try to get Jeffrey Reddick on the channel, Final Destination creator. Friends with him. and then just see what else is going on. Hopefully have a good week. Weather's supposed to turn. It's been raining in my town that I live in, so hasn't been a lot of fun around here lately, but I grew up on the coast where it rains all the time anyway, so it's not really a big deal because it's probably not going to rain till freaking September now. At the end of the month, you'll be off. Dodge says hi. What's up, Dodge? Hey, I'm still waiting for Freddie to say what he liked on the channel. He said he was a big fan. Was that Freddy Krueger? It is nighttime. I do live by Elm Street. Is he in the chat? Is Mr. Krueger in the chat? All right. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody that came up. Check out the new mug. We got a mug available at Teespring. Let me know what you guys thought about the toy room, the work I've been putting in. That was hours and hours of work, guys. Lots and lots and lots. Leave some suggestions for future cartoon reviews you want us to do for Slash Track Saturday mornings. Leave some suggestions for movies you want us to review. Is there any celebrities you want us to talk to? Any like news stories, past, present, or future you want to talk about? Anything. Gargoyles. Okay, I used to watch Gargoyles after school. It would come on at like 4 o'clock, and I remember it coming on like after Batman the Animated Series, and it was kind of like Tailspin, Chip and Dale, Batman the Animated Series, and then Gargoyles. That was kind of like my local block. What do you guys think about Josh and I doing like a Saturday night Snick review? Did you guys watch Nickelodeon? Are you guys into Snick? Because I remember when Snick came out, I was a huge fan of that. What do you guys think about like a TGIF kind of review situation? I know we could definitely have some fun with Full House or Family Matters or Step by Step or any of that stuff. I was just thinking today about Family Matters. Like how Jaleel White was a guest star, came on the show, because I saw a cast photo. It's like, this is me on Monday or whatever, and it's, Stefan, and then this is me on Friday and it's Urkel or whatever. But I was just thinking about how all the people in that cast became props for Jaleel White to just do comedy off of. They weren't even important to the show. That must have been a really hard pill to swallow for those guys. Great idea. Yeah, I think that would be fun. I think Snick, TGIF are definitely things we haven't done. Definitely looking at like branching out with some different cartoons. I know we kind of get stuck in Angel Grove a lot with Power Rangers, but I want to do some Thundercats, maybe some like Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling. There's a lot of stuff. Hey, what's up? Y'all excited for the new season of World War? World War, is this a reference to what happened yesterday? Or is that a game? Never heard of it. Me neither. I think they're talking about like the bombing situation. Would you guys rather see Ghostbusters, or would you rather see Power Rangers, or would you rather see He-Man or DuckTales for the next Slash Track Saturday mornings? Or should we go back to Pee-wee's Playhouse? Well, how are we feeling about that? Are you afraid of the dark? Oh, absolutely. Are you afraid? Ghostbusters is good. What about UMB? Was that distasteful? Not distasteful. I just had no idea what you were talking about. We're talking about DuckTales, and then all of a sudden you start talking about something I wasn't aware of what you're talking about. I almost thought you were talking about like World of Warcraft. Pee-wee. Oh yeah, Pee-wee. Mother Evil, do you like Pee-wee? Do you like Pee-wee? I'm not sure if you do. I almost think it'd be fun to do an episode of Mr. Rogers, because I think that guy was just phenomenal. James, I lived with a guy that was like straight out of the South Park episode where they like wouldn't leave to go to the bathroom when they were playing WoW. And when he moved out, because he would like never leave his room, he had like jugs of urine all over his room. So like he didn't even clean his room. He just left. He like stopped paying rent and moved out. So when we went to like clean his room so we could like move another person in, because we had like 4 roommates at the time in this big house, we were finding like jugs of urine in his room. It was the wildest thing. The only saving grace was that he was like semi-hoarder too, so he had all this change that he would just leave all over the place. So we found like $30 in quarters, dimes, and nickels on the floor, so we just kept it as a cleaning fee. I learned the hard way of holding it in. It's not good. Yeah, no, not good. I'm kind of hooked. What's the channel about? Geo, the channel the channel here is we do like anything pop culture related, like cartoon shows, TV shows, movies. We interview celebrities, we interview directors. We love wrestling, we love horror movies, we love anything that makes people happy and takes your mind off of kind of the stuff that happened yesterday. How about that? Yeah, just all fun. The world is so I feel like the world is like serious enough that we don't have to be serious on this channel. Like we can be. We pick, Josh and I pick and choose our spots, but we want to have fun. We want to lighten the mood. We want everybody to feel comfortable. This is a safe place. Oh yeah, we love wrestling. Used to do MMA. What kind of style did you study? Were you a martial artist? Were you a wrestler? Were you stand up? What did you do? And then James actually does MMA too. He is a black belt in holding his pee. Two-time black two-time black belt. The channel is a great spot. Yeah, no, I think so too. I think that if you want to have fun and just relax and just do whatever, toys. I mean, come on, toys. Josh does out of print slasher books on the main channel. He does a service for all the people. Like those books are super expensive, and Josh provides a means for you to be able to listen to them and enjoy them. I feel like nothing. We don't charge for anything unless you want to join the membership or you want to do something like that. But everything we do is free. We put a lot of work into this, put a lot of effort, and we have a good time. And we want everybody, all the slashaholics, to have a good time too. My base was kickboxing, and we had an Olympic wrestling coach. Oh wow! So you could stand up and you could go to the ground. That's dangerous, Geo. You are a stud. James says Josh is reading his. And then Geo says, to be honest, everything should get to martial arts. Oh yeah, no, I think so too. I think martial arts is teaches you a lot of stuff: self-respect, discipline, everything, balance. Martial arts is a great tool for that. That for sure. And martial arts, I mean, if you talk to anybody who does martial arts or studies martial arts, you're studying so you don't have to fight. So you can handle yourself in a situation, but you don't start the situation. You can, peacefully exit because you don't have to prove anything. Yeah, Murder Report. Yeah, he's been doing that for a while on the channel. He's doing Freddy's Dead now too. He's kind of bouncing back and forth, and he's doing his own book, Jason versus Jurassic Park, which is wild. Did you guys see that the company that owns Fast and the Furious also owns the Jurassic Park franchise, and they actually are talking about doing a crossover between Jurassic Park and Fast and the Furious? Can you just imagine that for a second? Can you guys even imagine what that would be like? Like Vin Diesel versus a T-Rex? Like, I gotta take you guys down. I gotta take these dinosaurs down because this is my family. Like, what would Ludacris be eaten by Velociraptors? Like, which one is going to be tribute to the dinosaurs? Because they're not all making it. I'm going to say it's probably Tyrese, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Oh, hey, there was something I was watching today about Batman. It was like the 1960s Batman. Um, yeah. So hey, I was watching the 1960s Batman with Adam West and Burt Ward, and they were talking about how Batman refused to litter, like he was the ultimate law-abiding citizen, that's true. But I made a voice note because I didn't want to forget this. Batman, how is the Batmobile registered? That car is absolutely not registered or insured. So Batman is riding around Gotham City with no insurance. It's not registered because if it is, it's going straight back to Bruce Wayne. So he can't do that, right? There's no way, especially not today. The Batmobile is not registered or insured. He's breaking the law every time he gets in that car. Absolutely. Flo Rida, he's riding dirty. So he's not exactly perfect or squeaky clean. He's riding dirty at all times that he's in the Batmobile. They're just milking the Jurassic Park dry. By the time Jurassic Park 3 came around, I was done. Definitely done. I'd had enough of Jurassic Park. I saw The Lost World in theaters. The first Jurassic Park was at like an event. The first Jurassic Park was on par with like Star Wars. It was huge, humongous. Hey, the movie 28 Years Later premiered this week, and I guess it made its budget back, its $60 million budget back in like just the weekend, so it's already like gonna be profitable. That's incredible. Horror movies are back. Horror, Final Destination, Bloodlines, 28 Years Later, all these movies are just making horror is in a renaissance. It's crazy. It's like if you were ever gonna have Robert Englund play Freddy Krueger again, it's like now's the time for sure to do it. He's getting older, and I know he says he doesn't want to do it, but if they had the right story and it was going to theaters and Heather Langenkamp was going to be in it and they were going to pay him a fat check, I promise you he would do it. I don't want the last time Robert Englund is in a nightmare movie or a nightmare makeup. I don't want it to be on the freaking Goldbergs. That's for sure. I never even saw Jurassic World. I haven't seen. I got as far as 2. Oh, I saw 3. I saw part of it and I like checked out. I was not digging it. Yeah. What else is going on? I think you guys got any questions for me before I was about to leave 10 minutes ago and I started rambling. What do you guys got? Let's do this. If we're gonna do it, let's do it. You got any questions for me? I'm here with you right now. Do you have any good horror movie suggestions? Just drank 3 cans of Red Bull. I don't think I'm sleeping tonight. I don't think you are either. Do you work swing shift or do you do day shift? Because if it's day shift, you're dangerous. This is dangerous, friend. Okay, so we'll do the first question. Do you have any good horror movies? Yeah, Return of the Living Dead is probably not only my favorite horror movie, it's probably my favorite movie. It's almost like a perfect movie. So check out Return of the Living Dead. And if you are bored, on this channel, we interview the star of that movie, Tom Matthews. So check that out. He's also in Jason Lives. He's Tommy Jarvis. And it was super nice guy. And he's also in all those new like fan films, the new Jason Voorhees fans films that are super popular on YouTube. Tom Matthews is super great guy. Also, if you haven't seen, Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one, if you haven't seen that. What else? Do you like any Friday the 13th movies? Do you like any of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies? What about Scream? Seriously, what are you thinking, dude? And then, how did I meet Josh? Okay, so that's funny. Years ago, I was just like you, James. I was looking for something like to listen to Freddy related. I wanted to hear some of the books, and then I started listening to Josh's narrations, and then I reached out to Josh and I said, "Hey, I have an idea. I don't know if you're interested in it or whatever." I said, "I've got this idea. What would you think about us watching horror movies together, and then we'll make fun of them?" And then Josh was like, "Yeah, that sounds like a great idea." And then Josh like took that idea and like, worked it out. And Josh, like, I came up with the idea for Slash Tracks, but Josh definitely took Slash Tracks, the riff show, to a whole nother level. That was like his baby. And then we just became really fast friends. Josh and I are good friends. And then the reason that I even felt comfortable to, talk to him and ask him about that was because I have a history. I used to do stand-up comedy a long time ago. I've had radio shows on like actual radio stations. I worked for Fox Sports. I had 2 shows on Fox Sports. So my background was comedy and sports. So I'm sure you guys can tell that from how I speak or what I talk about at times. I felt like when I was on the actual radio, though, I couldn't be 100% of myself. I felt like I was I had a restrictor plate on me. I was like a race car. Like I couldn't go the places I wanted to go. I didn't want to just be all sports. And I love horror. So like when Josh and I on the main channel were just doing all scary stuff for so long, it was so refreshing to be able to go do other things that we enjoy. So it's nice to be able to do both. You don't want to get pigeonholed when you're creating stuff because sometimes you'll have creator's block. It'll be hard. And James, you're a writer. You have to know what I'm talking about. You have to be able to, if I want to go over here, I want to go over here. If I want to go over here and talk about this, I want to go over there. So I like all things. I like funny movies. I like scary movies. I like sports. I like cartoons. What do we got going on? Edward Machizi says, "Hey, hi. Well, how you doing, Ed? What's going on, buddy? You better be careful with that honey. Mother Evil, my girlfriend's in the chat. She's monitoring at all times. So you better be real careful." What about favorite? What's your guys' favorite Disney cartoons? I was talking about this with a friend at work the other day. He was whistling the whistle stop from Robin Hood. Give me your favorite Disney cartoons, like the feature length hand drawn Disney cartoons, right now in the chat, and then I'll give you my top three. I'm gonna say, well, I'll start then. We're all gonna be shy. I'll go first. So I'll say this is in no particular order. I'm gonna say Robin Hood. I'm gonna say Sword in the Stone, and I'm gonna say Aladdin. Those are my top three for sure. Lion King is good. Here's a fun fact about Lion King, James. Lion King was drawn by Disney's B creators, like the B illustrators. They had their A team working on The Hunchback of Notre Dame because they thought that movie was going to be bigger than The Lion King, and they absolutely, well, they didn't screw up because Lion King. Can you imagine it being drawn any other way or being made any other way? It's a perfect film. But they definitely had their secondary JV team on the illustrating. What do we got here? Lion King. Oh, Danny, what's up, Danny? Emperor's New Groove made it a lot better because they cut 45 minutes of music by Sting. 45. They cut 45 minutes of music by Sting, or they added it. Hey, Danny, I'm coming down to the Bay to stay with you guys on July 4th. So we're going to your family's July 5th party. So we need to get some shirts made. So maybe you can help me with that. It was going to be a musical. I got a couple things. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Hey, your dad is in Seattle right now with Mike? Is that what's going on right now? Cuz now, Alex, I've heard a rumor that you came into some. Yeah, I did come into some VHS tapes from you. From you. A lot, not just some, a lot. I just watched Revenge of the Nerds 2 the other day that came straight from the Richardson estate. I found some good stuff. Yeah, the Toxic Avenger, I actually talked about that, 1 and 2. And then Twin Peaks, Fire Walk with Me was in there. So there's some like obscure, pretty interesting movies that were in there that you can't find easily. So yeah, and there was Freddy's Dead was in there too. And I had just bought Freddy's Dead on VHS, saw you gave me the tapes, and then I literally found Freddy's Dead the next day at your house. So weird. James, Geo45 says, hey, what's up, Geo? Nice to have you back, buddy. I'm thinking about maybe doing a giveaway on the channel. Would you guys be more interested in like VHS tape giveaway, or would you guys be more interested in like wrestling kind of memorabilia giveaway, or maybe toy giveaway? What kind of giveaway would interest you guys the most? Or would you guys like to have a giveaway where, we randomly pick somebody to do an episode of something with us, or you get to talk to us, have a live stream with us, and just kind of get to know us, like where it's just us, me, Josh, and you. So I think it's the old stock from the Lakeside video store. It's gotta be. Well, it has the House of Confusion on that. Slashaholics, Danny in the chat is a good friend of mine. He gave me a bunch of VHS tapes he got from an old store. And I think it's from the House of Confusion in Coos Bay, Oregon. And the House of Confusion is famous because the water doesn't run downhill, it runs uphill. So it's like if you go there and you go in and you pay your like $5 or whatever to get the tour, the water runs uphill. So it's like an anomaly. That's why it's called the House of Confusion. Toy for me. Okay. Video giveaway. I have lots of both. That would be dope. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to do that. So maybe leave a comment in this video and just let me know what you'd like me and Josh to do a giveaway for, and we'll do some sort of contest, and then we'll do that. I think we should do that. I have a lot of extra stuff we can definitely do giveaways for. Danny, what are we? So is your dad still in Seattle? Because they went to Danny's dad went to, and his brother, one of my good friends, Mike, went to a museum in Seattle this week, and they had all these pictures of like Michael Myers' screen used outfit from H2O, Derek Mears' screen used stuff from the Friday the 13th 2009 remake, the Back to the Future 2 hoverboards, the proton packs from Ghostbusters 2. Like, I was so jealous as he's sending me these photos in real time. So jealous. where you can do giveaways. We are, we are. So yeah, we're monetized now, Danny. It took 5.5 years, and we can do giveaways now. Yeah, it took 5.5 years of just grinding, but we're here from the bottom to the top. And I wouldn't even say to the top. I would say to like we're a step ladder up. I'm not into firearms. No, not into guns. My brother is though. My brother's definitely into guns. I have a good friend who's really into guns, like massive collection, always going shooting. He's like Forrest Gump. He can like take his disassemble his weapon, and put it back together blindfolded, like underwater, like legit. Awesome nostalgia. Stop, you torture me. Oh yeah, me too. When I was seeing all that stuff, are you kidding me? Do you guys have any questions? About like anything in my toy room? You guys got any things you want to see? Do you got anything that you think I might have that you haven't seen? I'm also into basketball cards, baseball cards, all that stuff. Yeah, Mark, not into guns at all. Not, and I'm, I'm kind of a, like, I love animals. Not a hunter. My dad and brother, I told this story when I did stand up. My dad and brother, like, to get me to go fishing, okay? They'd be like, we'll stop at the store and we'll get snacks, and then you guys come, and then you come with us. I'm like, okay, that sounds pretty good. By the time we were out to drop the boat in the water, I had already eaten my full day's worth of snacks, and I was like, let's go home. Like, so I ate all my snacks. I'm already annoying them because we haven't even started fishing, and I want to go home. And then the only thing I have to entertain me back in like 1994, 95 is like a Tiger Batman handheld game with like batteries with like no life. Maybe a Nintendo Power. Speaking of Nintendo Power, I think I have. Hold on one second. Since I've been cleaning the toy room, I've been finding some neat stuff. Let's do a little show and tell. Hold on. Here I come. All right, we've been finding some neat stuff. All right. So, Masters of the Universe. I'm a big He-Man fan, obviously. So here is one of those like books. I think it's a little golden book. Yep, little golden book. Smells. I love that smell. Old book smell. So found that. Forgot I had this. Pretty cool. If anyone, you got anything Cobra Kai or Scooby Doo related? I do have. Hold on one second. I do have some Cobra Kai. Hold on. So it's not Cobra Kai, but it's Miyagi-Do. And this is the actual vintage with kicking action Daniel LaRusso from the Karate Kid movies. This is vintage. It's got his gi. And it is... I don't even think... Well, it's old. It's got to be like 84. But there's Daniel-san. Yeah, it is cool. This is cool. I want to get a Johnny, obviously. And I want to get like Chosen. Chosen is like easily the baddest man in the Karate Kid universe. Jesus, I thought you broke it. No, his leg kicks. Okay, so we got Daniel-san. We're gonna do a little more show and tell. Hold on. I gotta put him back. All right, so check this out. Masters of the Universe, comic book number 3. So He-Man's stuck in the slime pit. And then on the back, I love old comic books and old media like this because it's like a time capsule. Mad Balls. Do you guys remember Mad Balls? How fun these were? They're so expensive. They're so hard to get now. I want one so bad. They're so valuable. It's ridiculous. Swan kick. Crane kick. Not the swan kick. The crane kick. Sarah says sick. Geo thought I broke it. I have the power. Do you have the power? You possess the powers of the secrets of Castle Grayskull? I don't think I'd be telling anybody that because Skeletor could be in the chat right now. I got to go host a watch party for some friends, but we're looking forward to having you and the lady. Oh, absolutely. We'll be there. Get the fifth wheel ready. We're going to have a blast 4th of July week. Got the days off. Everything's planned. Check this out. Ghostbusters. Little book, right? But check this out. Still has the unopened sheet of stickers that it came with. Sealed. And this was a gift from Josh. Josh actually got this for me for my birthday. So this is from the 80s Slasher Librarian. Okay, here we go. This is what I was talking about. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Nintendo Power. Did you guys ever... This is before the internet, Slashaholics. This is back when you had to actually get a physical media guide to get you through the games. They also had a hotline you could call. So you could call Nintendo Power, like the phone line, and say, I'm stuck on this level. For the love of God, please help me. Oh, yeah. Anything Ghostbusters is dope. And, yeah, the Ninja Turtle game is ridiculously difficult. The water level, it's Metal Gear for Nintendo. Do you guys remember playing that? What about Ghouls and Goblins? That is, like, the hardest Nintendo game of all time. You can get hit twice and you're dead. Oh, okay, hold on. I don't know how many people collect cards, because I'm a card collector, but I have another idea for a giveaway. I've got a box of cards. These are like football cards from the 90s. You know, they're unopened. We can do giveaways for that. Kind of just a way to give back to fans who like sports stuff. What else do we got to show and tell? I don't know. So anyway, yeah. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you being here for the check-in. I would like those. Jay, are you talking about the cards? The sports cards? My bad. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Lots of stuff coming up this week. Check it out. James, don't worry if you're not a sports fan. We got other stuff with your name on it. I'll see you guys later this week. Got some shorts dropping tomorrow. Recording Power Rangers movie on Wednesday. Might have some secret lives the rest of the week. Be on the lookout. Going to do some giveaways. If you haven't already, join the memberships. If you feel like it, if you had fun tonight, leave like a $1.99 super chat or whatever. If you feel like it. If you don't, I totally understand. I'll see you guys on the next one. Mahalo, dogs.